The brokest thing I've ever done was move to Florida.
Boom! Here comes a boom! Ready or not? Here comes the boys from the South. Oh, this thing's on. Espresso podcast shot 363. I'm your girlfriend Benny, whose hands always smell like complete shit no matter what. Wash my hands, blink, they smell like shit again. Somebody explain it. Upcoming stand-up comedy shows, Rochester, New York, May 9th and 10th. That's coming up. Las Vegas, Nevada, May 24th. And just added, Nashville, Tennessee, June 13th and 14th. Been waiting on that one. Been waiting. It's locked in. Get your tickies below or at 𝗕𝗘𝗡𝗡𝗬'𝗦. Hey, watch me on F-Boy Island and Lovers and Liars on the CW app. And tell your homies can't talk, had a stroke, got to get them out. Tell your homies to join the Patreon, $5 a month. You get every other Espresso pod in a live stream every Sunday. What do you guys even talk about on the live stream? I don't know. Maybe we talk about presidents the whole time. Maybe we talk about the Utah Jazz alternate logo. I don't know. Maybe. What if we do? What if we don't? Wouldn't you like to know? $5 a month. That's it. Hey, get all your merch at benedictmerch.com too. Glonky hoodies and hats. Fun. Cringe hoodies. Who's buying this? Hoodies. Get one. Get one for your hunty. Get one for your kid. Who's buying this? Who's not? All that. Get all your merch. benedictmerch.com. .com. Let's get into it. Espresso question of the week. Hey, what's the brokest thing you've ever done? What's the brokest thing? This is such a middle class podcast, bro. Oh my God. Holy suburbs, Batman. Holy blue collar, Batman. This is such a corner lot podcast. This is such a cul-de-sac podcast. Oh man. What's the brokest thing you've ever done? What'd you do? Was it when I used to take my girlfriend to expensive restaurants and pretend to pay before, but really just paid with a gift card that I took from my dad's old house? Was it that? I didn't do that. What'd you do though? Let's hear it. What's the brokest thing you've ever done?
So the brokest I've ever been, I was stuck at an airport and it was looking like I was going to be stuck for 2 days. So I got me a room for 2 days, but I did 2 separate transactions because it would have been cheaper to book them separately than it would have to do it together by like hundreds of dollars. So that's broke number one. I ended up not needing the hotel room. And so I called, God damn, it's just beeping hell out. Hell disrespectful. So I called.
She's backing up right now.
Them dispute the charges because I could not be without, I think it was only like $100 or something. It wasn't even that much. So they reversed it. A month and a half later, they charged me for it again and my account overdrafted. Oh. Broke bitch problems.
If you're not a little bit broke, I just don't. You got to go through that. If you haven't hit a couple overdrafts, go to hell. I don't want to know you. And like, you never find out. You don't find out till it's like 3 months later. Wait, I had an overdraft fee? Never know. Why is it kind of my dream to get stuck at the airport? I get so jealous when I see somebody's Instagram story. I've literally been at the Denver airport for like a day. They keep delaying my flight. Sounds like heaven. I will never complain. That's one thing about me. I'll never complain about an airline. Oh my God, the flight, like it just didn't take off. And like, we're just sitting in there and like, it's your fault. Book it a day before. And like, how many things can go wrong with an airplane? One tiny little fraction of a problem in an airplane? I mean, isn't that like the biggest? Like, bro, just chill out. Everybody complaining on Twitter about their airplane problems. You don't know what's going on. What if the whole thing goes on fire in 5 minutes? Dude, I'd love to be stuck at it. Just keep me at an airport, man. Just let me lay down in D13. I'll stay there forever. I don't understand where people that work at the airport, where do they come from? I think they just they spawn there. Like Call of Duty style, they just end up like at the Einstein Bagels. This is where I'm working today. They never know where they're working, the people that work at the airport. They just spawn wherever every morning. Different person every time. Oh, Hudson News. There's always the dumbest shop in an airport too that I'm like, Natalie's Candy? Who's buying this? Who's ever been like, oh yes. Oh my God, the Phoenix airport and I can get some Natalie's Candy. Shut up. Always the weirdest a popcorn store. I'm like, how about something a little more like that we would need? But if I'm stranded at an airport for I don't know, some people are there for 2 days. That sounds amazing to me. I would just it'd just be like you're stuck at the mall for 2 days, kind of. That's my dream. Yeah, I'd get Natalie's Candy. 2 days, going insane. Gotta eat airport food. I've never felt better. Dude, I went to a Chili's in an airport. They were open at 8:30 a.m. Never been more satisfied in my life. Sat in a booth, no complaints, nobody around me. Time doesn't exist in an airport. 8 a.m. Just got 6 scrambled eggs. Can I have 6 scrambled eggs and a coffee? Just some airport plain black coffee. Oh my God, that hit. ESPN on a huge TV in front of me. I was like, could I stay? I was getting greedy because I was staying in the booth. I was having too much fun. I was in the booth for an hour and 20 minutes. There's people waiting in line. I was like, I just don't want to leave. I'm sorry. I just love this too much. God, that sounds amazing. I was stuck in the airport. I should have been out. No, keep me there for as long as you want. Just keep going.
No music for this one because the story does itself. My guy, I've been in the past week so broke that I downloaded the McDonald's app, or not McDonald's, BK. Your freaking boys on BK Prime.
Oh, that's a thing?
I used whatever coupon it was to get a $1 French fry. Got the receipt, used the coupon code on the back to get a free Whopper. So trash, dude. Have you ever heard the podcast Are You Garbage? AYG? That is the nth degree of trash. So it should really be held trashy, bro. Because that's next level, dude. Oh, I've also
next question.
Bought a tool, used it, returned it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, we're talking primo. This isn't really broke, but I've rented a U-Haul, and then at the end, I filled up with gas. Or no, it wasn't U-Haul, it was a Home Depot giant truck.
Didn't know you could do that.
I think a Ford 650, one of the big old boys, not a box truck like the other one. I just wanted to freaking floor it and feel some power and a little bit of the horsies, a little horse around.
Scott.
So I filled it up. Went to the movie theater, not even one block, across the parking lot from the Home Depot, and just ripped it up in half 10 minutes and then dropped it off. I was like, yeah, good to go. Just, that's next level trash. But yeah, the BK app for a $1 large fry, you go back, a cup of water with a receipt to get the free Whop. Dude. I also bought clearance sushi from ShopRite. So that's
I love you.
Flirting with freaking botch. Flirting with some botch on this app. So yeah, pretty trashy, dude. Or broke, whatever at that time. But hey, man, even if you're rich or broke, you can go on to Costies and give us a test, bitch. Top 5.
Clean, boy. Oof. Nice voice message. Dude, Milky Boy's at the top of the charts. Espresso podcast voice message top 50. Milky Boy's got 17. That one was, damn. He just got in a U-Haul and ripped it down in the movie theater parking lot for 10 minutes. Never even thought about that. You get a U-Haul, why aren't we just gunning it in vacant a mall parking lot? The first time you floored it. Remember that? Everybody remembers that. Where they were on 9/11. Who they lost their V card to. Where they were during Space Jam when Michael Jordan did that long arm dunk. You remember where you were. And where you were when you first floored it. What road it was on. Because you really got to check around. Hold on. Is this? Yeah, this is like I'm pretty sure I've never seen a cop on this. That road behind your house. Everybody's got that road behind their house. It's just like a weird, like they're about to build a neighborhood on the left, but they haven't yet. It's just like a bunch of land. You're like, Captain Heavyfoot, prepared for duty. Get kind of scared. I did it to my dude in my neighborhood. I always went to his house all the time. Van was parked in the garage. I was just pretending I was driving the van that wasn't on or anything. Just flooring the shit of it. Probably flooded the engine. Sorry, Jesse. Sorry, Jesse's mom. Clearance sushi, I'm not against it. I think all sushi that's like not from sugarfish is pretty much all the same sushi. You'd get it from a gas station? Literally disgusting pig. Yeah, I would. A Pilot gas station? I trust everything in there with my life. More than like a Ralph's. Ralph's sushi, Kroger sushi, Flying J sushi, same thing. God, I want to live in a U-Haul so bad after hearing that from Milky Boy. What else did he say?
No music for this one. I downloaded the McDonald's app.
Oh, dude. I didn't know there's a Burger King Prime app. Can we talk about that for a second? Free fries. Hey, when is a fast food place gonna have a free fry day? Come on. Show us some love. What are you doing with all those fries at the end of the night? One of the biggest mysteries of my life is like, I just want to work at a fast food place for like a week just to see what they do with all the extra food at the end of the night. Does anyone know? All he does is talk about Ash. Shut it. What do they do? What do they do with all the food? Starbucks. What are you doing with all the bakery treats? Just what do you do? Burger King. I know there's stuff left over. What are you doing? You throw it in the trash. Take it home. Like that'd be the biggest perk. Yeah, I work at Burger King. That sucks. Yeah, not when I walk out of the store at midnight with a bag of chicken nuggets and fries. Hey, you hiring? BK Prime. Let's keep going.
Hey, Benny. I got two broke boy activities for you.
Mm-hmm.
One, when I was in high school, I was too broke to afford any video games. I had a system. I had a Dreamcast. Wait a
Sick.
minute. I think that's how you know I was already broke. I had a Dreamcast, but I couldn't afford any new games. So during gym, I sometimes would steal other kids' Blockbuster cards.
Oh.
And then I would go to Blockbuster and rent the game I wanted with their card, pay for the rental in cash, which was like $5 or $6.
Dog.
And then basically never return it. So then I would have this game owned fully, and I only paid $6 for it because I was broke. I hope the statute of limitations is up on that one. The other one was in college, very broke, very hungry. You would go into like a Whole Foods-esque type of grocery store.
Now we're talking.
One where they had a great sandwich deli and just order the nastiest, biggest sandwich they had.
Uh-oh.
Just like get it up. And they're like, they would make it for you, throw on a little sticker on the side that was like, here's your $17 sandwich. You can pay for it at the register up front. I'd be like, thank you so much.
See ya.
Just walk the fuck out with that big old sandwich. Just big, fat, and greedy for no reason. Anyways, love you, bro. See ya.
God, what a dog. Straight dog. Still paying off that Blockbuster karma, but Whole Foods, part of the deal. Hey, you going to charge this much? You know, people are going to steal stuff. It's part of the deal. The bread is $32. A couple of loaves are going to come up missing, babe. It's part of the deal. God, the first time I was at Whole Foods and I loaded up a hot bar box, just, I don't know, had never been in Whole Foods before. I thought it was a flat rate. I thought it was fill it to the brim. Fill it to the brim. How much can you fit in? That's what I thought it was. Why would I ever think that? Because it kind of made sense in my head. I was like, oh yeah, you just pay like $10 for this box. And I'm going to fill it. Dude, I filled it with meatballs. So many meatballs. Okay, your total is $37.40. Paid it. Ate all the meatballs on the way home. But yeah, the amount of times I've like done that with a big box, fill it to the brim, weight it with half the box off the scale, part of the deal. Dude, that Blockbuster card, it was kind of weird because like only my dad and my family had a Blockbuster card. So we were lucky to go. I think if you had a Blockbuster card, like you were in another tax bracket. If you had a Blockbuster card, you had a tall Christmas tree, you had orange juice. You had Tropicana. You had Simply. But I don't know. My dad's Blockbuster card, I just remember it was so popping in his wallet. Everybody, dude, how come every dad has like 97 credit cards? Bro, my dad's wallet, I was like, hey, yo, can you consolidate? Like, I know, how much shit? Bro, it was a big problem. Anytime I went anywhere with my dad, it would take him like 37 minutes to leave the car. We'd get to the place, putt place. Boom. Only thing I ever did with my dad was go putt. Putt place. Can't wait to play. I get out of the car. Close the door. Hold on a second, B. Dude, my dad rifling through his wallet and car just to find the right credit card. God, God. I'm like, are we going? It gets, dude, the moon comes out. It's dark now. I'm like, I don't even know if I feel like doing shit. I just 1 sec, B. I think I leave it at the cheese. Hold on. We got to run back to the gas station. I want to see if I left it at the pump. It's not. We end up going an hour and a half later. He uses a different card. I'm like, oh my God, dude. Every dad's wallet. Just can't get the picture out of my head of that infomercial of like the money clip. They sold me on that. The money clip commercial, the steel metal clip, fit 4 cards in one side, cash on the back. This thin. They're like, you got a big bulky wallet? And the guy has the wallet in his back pocket, sits down, it like cracks his spine. You know, infomercials are so graphic. I was like, oh my God, dude, I bought the slim money clip, had it all in high school. Just the 75-year-old dad money clip, thought I was so cool. Lost it 35 times. But my dad would be rifling through his wallet. And I'd always see the Blockbuster card and I'd be like, oh shit, he has one of those. It was like clear. They made it look so cool. Blockbuster was lit. They made it look like ripped around the side. I was like, I did some broke boy stuff too. Kind of regrettable. This one hurts to say. But one time I went to my rich friend's house and he had no business having this many video games. Like, you ever go to somebody's house that has so many video games, like it almost looks like a disc replay or FYE or like the amount of cases. I was like, bro, you telling me you're playing? What, you got Madden 2005? You're not playing that. So one time he was having a party. Hey. Honesty hour. He was having a party. Took like 4 old games, turned them in at Blockbuster for like $8. Put it towards Tony Hawk's Underground. Best decision of my life. Did he ever find out? I'll let you decide. Broke boys.
I don't know if it was like an Uber Eats glitch or something, but I could go to my previous orders and reselect this chicken combo that I got a bunch of times that with an orange Fanta, even though they no longer had orange Fanta on their menu if you went to go place the order now. And every time they would just give me a Mountain Dew with it, so I would contact Uber Eats support and get refunded for the entire order. And this probably happened like 50 or 60 times.
Let's go!
And stopped giving me refunds.
True G. Hey man, take advantage of your advantages. Let's go. Finish. Take advantage of your advantage. Sometimes you got to do it to the big dog. Uber Eats. Never feel bad from like for hopping in on one of those glitches. I wouldn't tell anybody either. This is my dirty little secret. What do you say? Free chicken combo? What was all that all about?
It's like an Uber Eats glitch or something, but I could go to my previous orders and reselect this chicken combo that
The words combo. Has anything ever just felt so good to hear? The words combo. I'll take the number 5 combo at a drive-through window. I'm like, oof, combo. Never once did I ever get the combo, but damn, everybody else I was with, 6 combo, please. Dr. Pepper. I'm like, you have it made. God, good for you, man. Do it to Uber Eats, because Uber Eats... Has anyone ever been like fully satisfied with Uber Eats? You always feel like you're getting got a little bit. How about the time I ordered $85 of wings? Because I don't know. I'm starving. And wings are so much money, apparently. That was probably for like 50 wings. And I can eat 50 wings because it's kind of nothing. $85 worth of wings. And I sent them to, because I was out of state. I was in like New Jersey or something. Sent them to Austin, Texas. Like, it can't be my fault. It is, but it can't be my fault. That's why you gotta take advantage of your advantage.
Brokest thing I've ever done was take fucking dry instant noodle ramen, the cheap shit, and ate it like it was fucking chips because I couldn't even afford chips.
Damn. Hey. Sounds pretty good. I love ramen. I do. It's so good, but so bad for you. I had like little pieces of ramen in my car for a really long time because I did the s'mores ramen. Who's buying this? So I just had like probably 2 cups of like crunched up ramen all over my car for a really long time. And anytime I would get in my car and drive somewhere, I would just eat them. And they were so good. Just little... You just felt like a little mousy in there. I would take a bite out of a block of ramen right now. Ooh. Sometimes stale stuff just tastes a little bit better. Stale pretzels. Rolled gold. I like them old. Bring them to mommy. That's pretty poor, but not saying I wouldn't do it in the next hour.
Man. The brokest thing I've ever done, bruh. I was like young 20s, had a job, but I was just spending way too much, trying to live the club life, trying to keep up with section prices, impress bitches that didn't even give a fuck. My Bank of America was like negative $100. I had maybe $100 left to swap on my Amex balance, like literally down to my dick and balls, bro. Before we went out to the club, I told Bank of America, there's fraud on my account.
Dude, crazy move.
So Bank of America basically blocked out both of my accounts. So it looked like my balance was like negative 800,000, but that's like the process that Bank of America does, like as there. So basically, I went to the club with the excuse of, oh man, someone just hit me with fraud an hour or two ago, so my card doesn't work. Can't swipe tonight. And rode that lie out all fucking weekend. Lo and behold, Monday rolled around and Bank of America was like, bro, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You spent all of these. And I was like, you might be right. But it definitely gave me some wiggle room of a, hey, I'll Venmo you that. And I rode the excuse of I don't have my Venmo set up or my Zelle for like a week while I don't have a bank account. And it bought me a week to make money. And then I turned around and pissed it away. What did I learn? Nothing.
I love you, bro. I don't know, dude. You really got to be a true G to mess with the bank. I don't know how people do that, bro. That's where I want to live life like that just for a day. Yeah, I'm gonna get the bank. I can trick the bank. That's the bank, bro. The bank runs it all. Nah, I got this, dude. I want that confidence. Fraud, bro. 95 Jaeger bombs. Fraud, dog. Well, it says here you bought 10 Vegas bombs right when you ended the call with us last night. The fraud call. Oh, shit. And you rode the mechanical bull 16 times. You bought a sweatshirt at the gas station. You bought a whole entire outfit from the gas station. Gas station merch, bro. If I had unlimited money, I would buy all the. Put some respect on gas station merch. Hey, put some respect on Walgreens merch. Serious? You walk into a Walgreens, any CVS in the whole entire country, and they have like the city's merch. It's so tough. Just stumbling into a CVS. 11:14 p.m. at night, looking for trouble. Buy 17 Reese's Fast Breaks and a Broad Ripple sweatshirt. It's on the card, baby. Don't worry about it. Dude, I don't know how you do that. But I've been there too. I tried to call my bank and tell them to freeze my card between midnight and 2 a.m. because I was such an idiot. They were like, dude, just don't be dumb. I was like, not possible.
The brokest shit I've ever done is I bought a clothing tag gun so that I can buy and return clothes so that I had fresh clothes to go out, when I was in my 20s, when I was going out 5 days a week and you wanted to look fresh and you saw a lot of the same people. So, the key was, try not to smoke, try not to sweat, keep everything clean, buy that shit that you want. Either you can keep the tag on and tuck it, behind your shirt and wear it, or you can take the tag off and then, you buy the gun and then you buy also sometimes, just the tag strings or the tag plastic pieces, which I found on eBay. And then I just would return the clothes.
Click it back on.
I never had one problem ever with, a full refund. No one's ever called me out. So maybe one time I went to Express and I returned a suit jacket and they said the tag was off. And because when I returned it, it fell off for somehow. So they didn't want to refund me. But I'm like, oh, it just fell off when you were unfolding it. And they still refunded me. So that's some broke shit. But, you know, you got to look fresh.
So Jersey. That's the most New Jersey thing I've ever heard in my life. Sometimes going through the trouble isn't worth it for me. It's coming from a guy that wears the same 3 things every single day. I always felt so guilty. I was the guy on the opposite side of that one time. One time I sold a pair of shoes to a dude that was like, yo, you care if I wear these and then just return them? I'm going to be straight up with you. I was like, I don't care. Because I thought I wasn't going to be working there anymore. I was like, yeah, do it. Came back. Shoes smelled like straight weed. Warmed like a Halloween party. My boss was like checking them out. I was like, oh my God, that's that guy. That's that guy at the register. And all of a sudden I'm like, please just like handle this. Like, please just be like, yeah, whatever. I'll just keep them. You know, I thought my boss would like do his thing and be like, I can't return these. I saw homeboy turn around and be like, that guy told me I could return them. I was like, oh my God. Luckily my boss was cool and was like, all right. Bro, the way he looked at me the rest of the shift, I was like, yeah. When you know you should be fired at work, you know how hard I worked after that? Folded everything in the store. No talkie, all foldy. Got good at fold. I sold like 24 insoles that day. Nobody sold more insoles than me when I feel guilty at work. Insoles, the things that go in the shoes. You know how hard those are to sell? Every day. You gonna sell some insoles, Polizzi? I was like, I mean, who's buying this? When's the last time you bought some Dr. Scholl's insoles? I think I sold 34 that day. Let's keep going.
Signed up for All Things Worn, and apparently there is a market out there for people who want to buy your farts. So I tried to sell my farts online. It could have been anything from you fart in a jar and mail it out to sending compilation videos of you farting, because I heard my sister-in-law's friend sold a 30-second video of her farting for $30. Then also tried to sell my socks and bathing suits from after beach days and music festivals.
What side is that? I mean, who's gonna know? If you're really down bad, sell your old clothes to some weird guy. There's some dudes in my DMs that are like, how much for your shoes? How much for your socks? And I'm like, yo. Can you pull up with a bag of Burger King? Call it even, big dog. Selling farts. Literally nothing on your, I guess, you know, in my head, I'd be like, I don't want to ship it out. Never mind. I don't want to do this. Like the process of going to UPS with a box of jars. I'm like, I don't even want to look those people in the face. I can't. Same with like retagging shirts and returning them to a store. I'm like, I don't even want to like throw it on there. It's always that kind of shit that gets me. And it takes it's all stuff that takes 4 seconds. I'm just a bitch.
Bro, there was a time in college where I took a dab off the wall of my dorm. Like it was like a classic white brick paint wall.
Oh,
and there
yeah.
was a dab left over on the wall. And I took a nectar collector and hit it right off the wall. Fucked.
Dude, can we just talk about this guy? Me after looking at a Miller Lite is how I sound.
Bro, there was a time in college where I took a dab off
Passes a liquor store.
the wall of my dorm. Like, bro,
Oh, God. First communion, takes a sip of the
there
wine.
was a time in college. Bro,
I've taken a dab once. One time. I actually did. Being straight up here. Because I was like, whatever. Everybody's like, it's just like, you know, when you smoke. And I was like, I'll do it once. Who cares? Head in hands at a Korean barbecue restaurant. Couldn't walk. At a Korean barbecue restaurant. After taking dab, me. I gotta go back to the car. Dude, you know you're so done when you gotta go back to the car. Nothing sounds better either than, yo, just let me go back to the car. Just let me be alone. I don't know how you did that, dog. Off the wall.
Hey, Benedict, longtime listener, first time caller.
No way.
The brokest thing I've ever done is when I was in college, we used to go to Costco for dinner. Hot dogs are $1.50, including a soda. You can get a chicken bake.
Dream date.
Pizza. Full on feast for like less than $10, you know? But we used to write checks before we'd get paid. So there was no money in our account, but we used to write physical checks to Costco that were essentially bad. And just pray to God they wouldn't deposit them before we got paid on Monday. Pretty broke, if you ask me.
Not smart enough to know how to do that. I'm so glad I'm not either. How do you know that as a kid? Dude, you guys messing with the banks. How do you have the balls? I know nothing about checks. And this is another time where I'd be like, I don't even know where a checkbook, I don't know how to have a checkbook. Never mind, I can't do it. I would never go through with it. Writing fake checks to Costco. How much did you ball out? I gotta know deets. Actually, a dream date for me. Costco date with a girl. Can you imagine? I don't think I've ever thrived more than at a grocery store, especially a Costco. I gotta get in and out of Costco every time I go. That's where I get my hair pills. Every time I get my hair pills at Costco, dude, I want to take a lap so bad. And just the quantity. I'm like, how, like, it's bigger than like a concession stand amount of food. 600 Nature Valley bars in there. I'm just in awe looking at the packages. 600. And it's always like the peanut butter. It's always the shit you want the most. I'm like, they have though, like the pretzels with the peanut butter inside of them at Costco. I'm like, is this all you guys have? They like hang their hat on that. I promise. I'm like, how come this is, every time I walk into Costco, the first thing I see is a huge clear tub of pretzels with peanut butter on the inside. I want to buy everything. Dream date. Let's go to Costco. Walk around Costco. Eat after. I'm telling you. Ooh, that might be my next cheat day thing right there. That little ice cream strawberry sundae from Costco, the way they layer that. Ice cream, strawberry, ice cream, strawberry, ice cream, strawberry. I'm like, who's back there? Who's the wizard in the back just pumping out perfect portions? Just want to know. Just want to see. Let me see back of house. Can I see back of house real quick? Okay, thank you. Salute, sir. Thank you. Can I have your autograph? Collector's edition. Costco back of house ice cream guy. Give me the holographic card. Legend. I want his fat head on my wall. Costco ice cream guy. My hero. I don't even know what a chicken bake is, but how good does that sound? Hit me over the head with a chicken bake. The pizza. Shut up. That big kite-sized pizza. I don't even need to get to hot dogs. They got all that other stuff. The cookie. The Costco guys really put that on. Chocolate chunk cookie. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, damn. How much did Costco pay them? Because now all I think about is that goddamn cookie. Walk around Costco. Every guy knows you've never been funnier than when you're in a store with a girl, just hitting, bang, 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 bang. No fat on the jokes, all fire. Everything you say is hitting. Ka, ka. She's laughing so hard. She doesn't even appreciate it, actually. She doesn't appreciate what you're doing in there because you're just guns, everything that comes out of your mouth. You're like, dude, I need to get on stage right now. So funny. I need to rip a pod. Just in the, that's funny. That's funny. Boom, flirty. Bang, making fun of that guy. Boom, cool story on Instagram. You're just hitting. Maybe you're so funny you buy yourself a little treat. Maybe you're so funny you buy yourself a little plushie. They have everything at Costco. A trampoline. You ever walk into Costco and just see the furniture and you're like, do I need a new couch? God. And then to sit down at a table and just bawl out and then write a check for it might be the most G thing I've ever heard in my life. That's insane confidence.
The brokest thing I've ever done was move to Florida. I had a pretty decent job. And then we moved to Florida, and man, it is not good.
Why?
I just did taxes.
Oh.
Man. I watched half of the year. I was getting like $2,000 back, and I was like, okay. And then I entered my Florida stuff, dropped it down to $450, and I was like, you gotta be kidding. But yeah, don't move to Florida. Don't ever come to Florida. Florida
you sure?
Just needs to break off and float into the ocean and never be seen again.
Why'd that make me hungry? He said break off. I was like, could I eat Florida? I don't know, man. I can't wait to move to Florida. I'm sorry. I'm going to be with you in Florida. We're going to link up. Florida boys. 78. Telling you, when I'm 78, I'm moving to Florida. Doing nothing. I'll pay all the taxes. And one. I'll give him a tip. Bro, it's the smell. You already know. Smell of Florida? Outside malls everywhere? Come on. Putt-putt courses? Just vacation permanently. Every time I walk outside, no matter how old I am or no matter where I live, damn, dude, just imagine if this was Florida. Dude, walking outside in Florida at like 7:30 p.m. Oh, hey, talk about relaxed. The most relaxed you've ever been right there. 7:30 p.m. Sandals on. I don't even own sandals. I walk outside in Florida at 7:30 p.m. They're on my feet. Cool shirt that fits really well all of a sudden. Remember that one shirt you have that like it disappeared? Everybody has the shirt that, where'd it go? Like, did it get ripped to shreds on the side of a road? Where'd that shirt go that I love so much? It's gone. It's back on you. Kind of fits tight around your shoulders. You're like, ooh. But it's loose and tight at the same time. You can't explain it, but you're just like, this is my shirt. That shirt's on. So easy breezy shorts on. They're not swim trunks. I hate swim trunks. I hate wearing swim trunks when you're not swimming, and I hate wearing them when you are. Light, easy fit. Bro, the air is so calm in Florida. Just no air. No air, no air, no air. And what are you doing? What are you doing? Because you live in Florida. What are you doing? Obviously, You live in an apartment and you're walking to a restaurant. Oh my God. That's the only thing I've ever done. I've been to Florida a lot of times. I feel like half the time I'm in Florida, I'm walking from an apartment to a restaurant, and I can't wait to sit down and order an appetizer. That's Florida. I don't know how you can hate it. That sounds amazing. Birds you've never seen. Oh my God, what is that? Grass so green. Walking outside at 7:30 p.m. in Florida. Never been more chill. Hey, shoulders are so back. Me in Florida. Me in any other state. Me in Florida. What's up? We getting the potato skins? Yeah, I think the game's on. You're you're so cool in Florida.
Oh man. Okay, so this is like a twofold type broke stuff. So back in college, I used to go around like the United States and teach dance camps.
Amazing job.
To high schoolers. We would do private camps. So like go to their actual high school, go to different universities, all the things. So this one particular camp we were going to was at their high school. And so luckily I was driving with a friend. Well, this was before, I only had a debit card at the time. So I literally had maybe $7 on my debit card. And I wasn't getting paid until the third day of this camp. So I made up an excuse as to why I couldn't drive my car. We had to take her car. So she's like, oh yeah, no problem. Never told her why. So before we left for camp, I went to Plato's Closet.
Oh no.
I sold a couple of like articles of clothing and got maybe like $17. So we get into our car, we drive to this camp. I have now, $20 to my name. And we work this camp, and at this hotel, if you didn't request to have your room cleaned, they actually paid you $5. So it's like, you put the sign out saying like, no, I don't need my room cleaned. Here's, $5. They give you $5.
Amazing.
So I was like, oh yeah, girl, like, I think we're good. So she's like, okay. And so we're in this hotel for 3 days. I end up getting another $15.
Hey.
So I'm 20 plus 15, And at private camps, you have to pay for your own lunch. You're not at a university.
Samples.
So you can't, eat at the cafeteria. So I'm like eating like a mouse just to like get to day 3 of
croutons.
When I actually get paid automatically on my debit card. And that has probably been the brokest I've ever been.
God, you were using your head though. You got to appreciate the broke sometimes. Like when you only have like 25, like 50, $75, dude, you've never been more efficient. I love that mode. I wish it could be like that all the time. Just tracking, dude, everything. You're on every penny, dog. Even looking at the gas thing in your car, you're like, we're good to go. Bro, you're so on top of it. That sounds sometimes it's like kind of fun. Don't say being broke is fun. You're like literally delusional. Broke mode's a good mode to be in. Every dollar. Nah, I'm good. Not buying some foo-foo stuff from the store. Not being bougie. You don't need that. You don't need that. Just cut and dry. Your life's never been so simple. I kind of get it. It's like that high school, college vibe. And when you're out of college too. The brokest you've ever been, high school, little bit of college, depending on what's going on. Scarnan. And then there's like 3 years after college where you're like, and they're spread out too. Like you might have a real job, then you might not have that job anymore. Bro, the first job, dude. The first time you get real money, so dumb. Biggest idiot of all time. Buys a tray of 20 shots. Just for somebody he saw once in his life. But when you're in broke mode, you're not even going out, babe. You're locked in. You're trying to make money. Y'all clean your shoes. You know what you're doing? Instead of going out, you're sitting crisscross applesauce on your floor, stashing pennies and a bunch of change that you found into those rolls of quarters, rolls of pennies, rolls of nickels. Remember doing that? Everybody's done that at some point. Everybody's been broke enough to where they found a bunch of change and they're going to put it in the rolls. It's a good night. You think about it like, dude, your brain, like when you do activities like that, I feel like that's when my brain's clicking the most. Like when I'm washing dishes, I'm all like, I think about something cringy. I like reevaluate my entire life. Or when you're cooking, it's one of those times when you're rolling quarters, bro, your brain is just broke mode. It's fun.
So back in 2013, I graduated college. And so I was in between not having a big girl job and still like doing like the waitressing and the in and odd jobs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so I actually used to donate plasma. Well, with plasma, they give you a debit card and then they upload that money on that debit card, every donation that you make. And each donation you can do up to 2 times a week. So that first donation, you'd get like $25. Second donation, you would get double that. So, 50. And then there would be times when they would do promotional deals. So like you donate that one time, you get $35. And then that second time, it might be $75. So I was always like chasing those promotional deals, right? And so on top of donating plasma, you have to have a certain iron level. Well, I also happen to have low iron. So every time beforehand, like 2 hours before I would donate, I would eat a bunch of spinach, choke it down with some orange juice, make sure that everything was absorbed. And each time you have to get tested to make sure your iron levels are right. So I remember like it would be like my second donation on that promotional deal. And I would get my iron tested and it was too low.
No.
And I would be denied. And so I wouldn't be able to donate during that, which was absolutely devastating for, at the time, I guess I would have been like, 22, 23. So that was probably the cheapest, brokest thing that I've ever done. But I will say, every time you donate plasma, you are actually saving 3 lives. So find a CSL Plasma or any donation center and you can save 3 lives every donation.
I've thought about it. You drive by a plasma center, you look inside, there's nobody in there. You're like, could use a quick 50. Just by doing nothing, by sitting there. Bro, my homies in college would donate plasma so much. I was like the spring break guy. Hey, got your money for spring break? Deadline's next Thursday. Yeah, I'm going to hit the plasma place 2 more times. I got you. It's like, oh my God. Just blood for Panama City Beach. I was always scared to download plasma. I almost said that. And he did say that. That's what he thought. Given plasma. I'm like, do you feel weird for the rest of the day? I'm too much of a bitch. But I don't want to feel dizzy for the rest of the night. I'm good. Yeah, the iron. How come every girl has the lowest iron levels known to man? It's every girl I've ever known. Yeah, like my iron. Yeah, like my iron. I'm so tired because like my iron. Oh my God. I didn't know you got iron by eating spinach and drinking orange juice, so. Shouldn't everybody's iron be low? Is my iron low? Couple more. God dang. Here we go.
My bad. I was working out. But so one time I was so broke, I needed gas. I only had $10 and I needed to go further than that. So I pulled up to Kroger, used my stepmom's phone number, and cashed out all of her Kroger rewards. Got that gas on the cheap.
It's just crazy because I've never been to a gas station and done the rewards before. I always say no. I need to take advantage of that. Do you have rewards points? I'm like, ugh. No, I just don't. Like, I don't want to deal with signing up for shit. I can't do it. I've been to Ralph's here probably like 390 times. Not even, way more than that. Probably 3,900 times. Never once put in my Kroger code because I'm just like, I just don't want it. Just do it! I do feel so accomplished though when I go to Dick's Sporting Goods, put in my dad's phone number when they ask for a number. I'm like, he'll be happy. He'll finally be happy with me. He gets a little email. Thank you for spending your money at Dick's. Like they'd ever say that. I didn't know you could exchange rewards points for gas.
Yo, man, you want to check it out, man. I took my American Espresso over to Tilly's Irish View, and we ran that thing for 70 G's. Gave him a kickback of 10. I took that 60 G's, man. I went to New York City. I got myself some black brown sugar. You know what I'm saying? I heated that stuff up. Next thing you know, we had a spoonful, baby. I don't know what you know about Ike Turner, but we had a fucking spoonful. Check it out. Hazmat smoke, chunky black.
It's just me after one energy drink.
Yo, man, you want to check it out, man. I took my American Express over to Tilly's Irish View, and we ran that thing for 70 G's. Gave him a kickback of 10. I took that 60 G's, man. I went to New York City. I got myself some black brown sugar. You know what I'm saying? I heated that stuff up. Next thing you know, we had a spoonful, baby. I don't know what you know about Ike Turner, but we had a fucking spoonful. Check it out. Hazmat smoke, chunky black.
Dude, that's AI. That's AI. Somebody went to Chat GPT and they were like, that's 60 words right there that don't have anything to do with the others right here.
You know what I'm saying? I heated that stuff up. Next thing you know, we had a spoonful, baby. I don't know what you know about Ike Turner, but we had a fucking spoonful. Check it out. Hazmat smoke, chunky black.
Oh my God. Me after a 5-hour energy. I love you guys, man. Broke boys forever. Broke mode's the best mode. Let's keep going. Dear Diary. Hey, my gym crush came up to me today. Not a girl. My gym crush. Guy from Paris with the meanest tan in Hollywood. Came up to me at the gym. He goes, hey, I have video for you. I'm like, oh God. I have video of you. I'm like, this guy took a video of me. This is the guy that gives me nicknames. First it was Iron Man. And he's given me like 3 more. And now my roommate, he nicknamed my roommate Killer Whale. Because his eyes are blue. So flattering. Actually. He goes, I have video of you. I was like, let me see. He already had it queued up. Just walked over to him. It was already ready. Didn't have to load it. You appreciate a gay guy because they're on it. Prepared. Had it queued. Right when I said, let me see it, in front of my face. He presses play. Softest tap on the screen of all time. Just a video of a lion roaring. 3-second video. Looks at me. That's you. Kind of loved it. I just sometimes I can't help it, man. I'm so mad when I'm working out. I'm mad 90% of the day. But when I'm working out, dude, I've never been more pissed off. 7 billion things going through my head. I hate all of them. Dude, the amount of times I go, God damn it, when I work out. Has to average 80 every time. So pissed. I'll be doing flies. Like every 3 minutes, dude. It sounds like somebody's stepping on a thumbtack. God! It's me. Calls me Lion King because I roar. How's that not cringe moment of the week? I don't know. Show and tell. Hey, had to, absolutely had to. Remember these. Oh, stop! These were the shocks. The Vince Carters and these. I think these are coming back, and I don't care if they aren't. Nike Shocks NZ. There's something about these with the pillars on them, the all white. If you didn't buy these for your girlfriend in high school, junior year for Christmas, who are you? I like the white Nike Shocks. Every girl in high school. And now I'm that girl. I've grown up to be every girl in high school. eBay? $100. I'll do it every time. Nike Shocks NZ. Top 5 shoe. Dude, this has to be number 1 school shoe. Number 1 school. Hey, behind that 1 year Roshi runs were huge. But this right here. Yeah, Roshi runs in this. Dude, Nike Shocks. Affordable. Lit. All the colors. I can't think of another shoe. I can't think of another school shoe. What's the number 1 school shoe? Nike Shocks NZ. Cringe moment of the week. All right, at every single show I have, every single show that I headline, I do this thing at the end. Polite catcalling. You guys know what it is. But like for the last 5 minutes, I'll just polite catcall people. So on stage for a while, just honestly looks like I'm dancing and singing for my birthday party for 40 minutes. And for the last 5 minutes, I'll catcall. And usually they're hidden. I'm like doing some research in the crowd before I go up. I'm like, okay, she's right there. That could be a good one for that. Maybe that. Then I forget all of them. And polite catcalling comes around at the end of the show, and I'm like, here goes nothing. Hopefully you guys still like me. And I'm gonna get out of here in 5 minutes. Homie's wearing the Minnesota Vikings Brett Favre jersey. AliExpress version. How do you know? I do that. If I've got 1 talent, 2 talents, knowing when gunshots are in songs and knowing when jerseys are fake. There's just something with the numbers, the lettering, the NFL logo slightly tweaked. But he was rocking it. And at all my shows, dude, if you're wearing a jersey, dude, you're in. Everybody's in. If you come to my shows, I love you forever. But if you're wearing a jersey, Brett Favre jersey. So I see him. And I'm like, oh, I got a good one. Brett Favre lost the NFC Championship with the Vikings. Number 4, purple, Vikings. So it's like, what if you say, damn, dog, you look like you never lost an NFC Championship. Sounded like the hypest, most hyped cat call. Dude's wearing a jersey, sitting around all bros. Like, it's going to be a moment. He might rip his jersey off, throw it to me, and we might swap. Like, I might take my shirt off on stage, put this dude's jersey. Like, this type of, like, I had it in my head. I was like, this is going to be like that. I ripped the cat call. Dude looks at me like, the guy's laughing the whole show. Just, I'm like, I love this. I ripped the cat call to him. He's like, dude, no one in the crowd reacts. Zeros across the board. L. And I literally was like, okay, I tensed, shook, just moved on to the next person, voice cracked. Cringe moment of the week. Talked to him after. I was like, what was that? He was like, dude, Brett Favre didn't win one. And I was like, that was the... Got hot on stage, bro. Cringe moment of the week. Let's do days. Thursday today, National Crawfish Day. Huh. I just don't know if I've never had one, but I don't know if I'd like it or not. I watched this TikTok of this guy making crawfish for like an hour. Just couldn't stop. He had a whole like boiler. He was throwing everything in there. It was like a bathtub full of vegetables, onions, dude, you name it. He was throwing it in there. He probably poured like a gallon of gas in there. Just whatever. Dude, it was like a free for all. Throwing Spider-Man action figures in there. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that'll do. Extension cord, just throwing everything in there. And when it came out, like when the water was drained, that shit looked so good. Corn on the cobs just spread everywhere around it. He just cracked it open so easy. Crab meat. The way people eat crab on the internet, dude, I'm not against it. But there's something about the way I've seen a crawdad before, and it's just covered in dirt. People are really eating. I don't know. Crawfish, crawdad, whatever. High five day. Dude, I missed a dap up so bad at the gym today. I just hugged him. Just pulled him in close, chest to chest. And I was like, please don't remember any of that. Remember this. I just tried to overwhelm him with a hug so he'd forget about the dap. Dude, the dap up was so bad. He held strong. You know when somebody goes for this, open hand, like, yo, let's clap it up, and your fist, and you're going in, and you're like, who's going to change? Who's going to change? Who's going to change? Never changes, and they just end up doing that. I switched at the last second, so we cupped hands. It was so weird, and then I just bailed and gave him a hug. I'm usually on my game. Dude, that'll throw off your whole day. I'm always the guy that's like, yo, let's redo it. Can we redo it real quick? Haiku day. Probably the most confident I've ever been in anything in school was when the teacher was like, let's do haikus. I was like, thank God. Oh my God. It's haiku day? Is it actually haiku day, or are you going to switch it up on us like in 2 minutes? I loved haiku day at school. No thinking. 5 words, 7 words, 5 words. Doesn't have to rhyme. Can be about whatever you want. Actually, homeboy that left that voice message about Ike Turner, that was just 35 haikus. I play football. Yes. I love Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes. I play football tonight. Yes. That's every haiku I've ever written in my life. 100% every time. Only thing I ever got an A on. Haiku day. Friday. Animal Crackers Day. Lord have mercy. Let's talk about something that's better stale. Animal crackers. Remember dude, it's just animal crackers are something that are always going to be the same price. They're always dirt cheap. Animal crackers after school in the glass jar, big jar, the cookie jar. We actually had one, straight glass, filled to the brim with animal crackers. And how come when you get animal crackers, they give you 19,000 of them? If you buy animal crackers, the big bag, you got them till you're 28. They're not going anywhere. Even if they're stale, you're taking them out. God, you don't need to dip them. You don't need to, and honestly, oh, dude, you get that. Oh, dude, you gird up some animal crackers. Gas. Top 5 GERDs. Just saying. GERD gang, you know what I'm talking about. Oh my God, you're disgusting. Get some acid reflux in your life, baby. Dude, they're just, I love it. They're so plain. What a breath of fresh air animal crackers are. Break them in half. Give them to me. Give them to me all. Hey, the bottom of the jar that has like a bunch of broken ones, you get to the bottom before you refill it. There's a bunch of animal cracker dust. Hey. You're drinking animal crackers. The ultimate, this thing. You get your pinky and you dig it in the back of your mouth to like get the animal cracker between your teeth and your cheek. All day. I'm still digging back there. I never even looked at what animal they were, honestly. I know it was an elephant. I know it was one elephant, but I never looked. Just pop them. It felt like unlimited. Nothing can go wrong with animal crackers. Are they cinnamon? What flavor are they? Are they Manila folder? Nobody ever talks about animal crackers. You dipping them in milk? How come they kind of taste like the brown cinnamon sugar Pop-Tarts a little bit? What flavor are they? Plain? No, they're like, there's something in there. That's my, hey, you ever have, and it's always such a luxury because you always have 3,000 of them. You ever let an animal cracker kind of like sit on your tongue a little bit? Kind of let it get soggy? Doing this a little too much? Are you sucking on an animal cracker? No. Swallows it immediately. So good. God. I can eat 400. Have you ever been sick of animal crackers? I don't think so. Does anybody not like them? They got to be number one thing. Number one little dumb snack. When you get them in that box, then they're a little too much. I don't like animal crackers that come in the box that are like in a cage. You know what I mean? They're like too cinnamony. I like those plain joints right from that big ass bag. You know what I'm talking about? That big bag. I don't even know. I've never seen a bag that big in my life. It's almost a cereal bag full of animal cracker. God dang. One after another. Dude, 4 in your mouth, 2 in your mouth, 3 in your mouth. Forever. No harm done. And then the frosted ones, once you take out enough loans to buy the frosted animal crackers. Live your life, live your life. That's a song that plays when you open the frosted animal crackers. Live your sexy life. Live your life, live your life. They're all stuck together. Oh my God. What is it about? What is it about some animal crackers that are all deformed and stuck? You get 4 stuck together. Oh my God. The monkey in me. Oh my God. I gotta eat it. I can't even save it for last. Usually I like saving the best thing for last. No. Now when I see 4 frosted animal crackers stuck together, caveman goes off in my brain. Eat it, eat it, eat it. You must eat it now. Survival. Dude, I get done eating one of those 4 animal crackers stuck together, frosted. My shoulders are hairy. My forehead grows 4 inches. All of a sudden, I'm making fire. Caveman instincts activated. See 4 frosted animal crackers stuck together. Give me that! I'll punch you in the jaw if you try to take them from me. I'm sorry. I'm not in control anymore. So good. Saturday. Garlic day? God, if my breath could, anytime anything's garlic, I'm like, watch out, everybody. My breath is already horrible. Can't smell it, don't know, but I'm sure you can. My hand, this is disgusting, but we like disgusting. We're disgusting. We got to talk about it. You got to air it out. Literally need to air it out. My hands always smell like crap. Always. Dude, I wash my hands and pack a suitcase. Hands smell like just metal. Oh my God. What did I do? Where did I put them? How come I wash my hands, pack my suitcase, smell my hands, smells like I was holding 400 pennies? Where did my hands go? Did my hands just run off into a sewer and just come back on my hands? My hands smell like crap. Gets on it. Washes his hand. No. Takes a shower. Best shower of your life. Gets in an Uber. Goes to the airport. Get out of the Uber. Oh my God. What I touched one doorknob? Smells so bad. My hands have never, at the worst times. It's always when you're all buttoned up, dressed up, in a suit, looking good. Hair's actually hitting. Beard's hitting. Cologne on. Oh my God, my hands smell like trash. My hands smell like garbage can. Can you imagine? What a fraud. Looking all good, feeling all good. Haha, yeah. Go to shake somebody's hand. Oh my God, his hands smell like shit. Every second of the day. Wash my hands, blink, hands smell. Why? You know what else though? You know what else? Where am I putting my hands? They're down my pants right now. God. You know what else? This almost I almost don't want to say it. You know what smells so bad? I've been turning my head to sneeze, and sometimes I sneeze on my shoulder, and I give it a little. Dude, my sneezes smell like the grossest back of throat. Like, oh, like that's how, like I smell my sneeze and I'm like, that's how my body smells. Like that's so gross. The only word I can think of is foul. I'm like, oh, that sounds like somebody died. I do it just out of curiosity. You know, you like smelling your own like body shit. You have to just see where we're at. It's just like the sneeze mist. It hits my shoulder. I smell it. I'm like, it smells like if you spit on a wall. If you spit on a wall in a public bathroom, leave, come back a year later and smell the same spot you spit. That's what my sneeze smells like. It's just exactly that. Oh God, what the hell? That every time I sneeze. Oh my, what? Sunday. Easter. I need Easter to make a comeback. Can we rebrand? Can we do something? Can there be like an event on Easter? There's like, they need to, like the XFL or something needs to have like the Super Bowl on Easter. Just like something. I know there's nothing going on, but like, can there be celebrity deathmatch? Like bring something back. Just please. There's just nothing. Easter is such the night before school holiday where you're like, Easter feels like the night before school so bad. What's due the next? I always feel like there's I forgot my book at school on Easter. You know, you're like, I got those 6 questions due on Monday. I'm gonna have to like get to school early. Every time you're talking like that, I got to get to school early, do some homework. Never been more late. It's just always a weird, like, shaky vibe on Easter. It's always raining. Nobody's really ever happy. Easter, shut up. Everybody's so fake on the internet on Easter too. I think I might hate that the most. He's risen. I love my family. I love Jesus Christ. Look at my family. You hate him. You hate him. Dude, if you're posting like that on Easter, you hate your family. We know. The tornado sirens of I hate my husband is posting a picture of you and your husband on Easter at church. Hunty, time for our annual picture, Hunty. I'll tell you what slept on Easter, though. One of the bright spots. About time you say something positive. Okay, Ash, we know your fave holiday. I'm telling you something that hits a little different on Easter. It really does. And I know you're probably going to be like, huh? Candy's great. But sometimes the candy on Easter doesn't taste like the actual candy because it's mixed in with other candies. You know what I'm saying? You got a bunch of different candies in a basket. Sometimes the Butterfinger, I'm like, why does this kind of taste like Sour Patch Kids a little bit? You know what I mean? I'm like, God damn, all this candy's like corrupted by other candies. This Reese's tastes like has hints of Skittles a little bit. I'm like, oh God. But you know it never changes? The Easter Bunny. That chocolate Easter Bunny on Easter, there's something about just cracking an Easter Bunny's ear. And that thin shell. It's like what you always wanted or what you always imagined the chocolate around the vanilla dipped cone would taste like. And it never does. But I'm like, that's what it should be. Just the chocolate Easter Bunny's ear. Just, oh, it's so crispy, crunchy, fresh chocolate. It never gets like washed by other candies. It's just straight bunny. And it kind of stays like intact for a long time. You can eat an Easter Bunny like in August and be like, still hitting. And those sometimes like people overlook chocolate Easter Bunnies. And like you'll mess around and have 3 chocolate Easter Bunnies at your house, just kind of like because nobody was like, do we eat those? They kind of seem like a big deal. So you're like, I don't even know. Should we eat? I don't know. Then all of a sudden, you need some chocolate one night. And 3 little bunnies are hopping around in your living room. The place no one ever goes. It's all dark. You might take a little bunny for a spin. Hop right on the living room couch. Take out all 3 of them. Who's gonna know? Who's gonna wake up and be like, where'd the 3 Easter bunnies go? No, we're trying to get rid of them. But it's sad throwing away chocolate bunnies. Who wants to do that? I might tear up. Throwing away a chocolate bunny? Unsolicited? Unwarranted. 3 chocolate bunnies in the trash? I'd be like, wait. Hold on just a minute here. But if they suddenly just disappear, they disappeared for a good reason. Happy Easter. All right, fam. Broke boys forever. Love you guys. I seriously can't wait to do this pod every single week. It's just like, finally, we can just talk. You know what I mean? Finally, we all understand. I feel like we all grew up together. Did we all play on the same soccer team when we were 10 or something? What? I love that feeling. And it's going to keep getting better. It's going to keep growing. We're pumping out clippies. We're doing our thing. Love you so much, fam. Keep leaving voice messages. We're going to keep the questions coming. Got some good ones in the clip. Join the Patreon for the live stream and every other podcast. Grab some merch. Come to a show. Comment something stupid on a clip, you know? It all means a lot. Love you guys for real. See you next time. Fuck.